What's the crack, lads? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video you guys asked, I listened, we're talking about goalkeepers and asking the question, are they broken in eFootball currently? I've never struggled as much. I'm not just talking about one or two clips. I'm going to show you literally like game-changing moments in the match defined by the AI goalkeepers, which is really infuriating. You know, they seem to be making more mistakes than ever. Even if you manually defend, you manually goalkeeper. Now we're going to take a look at other gameplay in this as well. V4.0 to V4.3, okay? Before they brought in a lot of the cross-platform stuff, we'll talk about Smart Assist in a second as well. We have to talk about that. But we're going to show you clips here. Yes, they did make mistakes, but they also seem to make these really good responsive, saves as well. And I think that that's the key point here, is the response of the goalkeepers, in my personal opinion, has definitely changed. I think that the goalkeepers, their awareness is not as much. It could be to do with the Smart Assist. I mean, we'll talk about that obviously in future videos as well, but I just feel like, is Smart Assist, is it too simple to say that it's kind of messing up the goalkeeper's logic and the goalkeeper's actual responsiveness if the opponent is using it? I mean, you can see here, like in older clips, in the same match, multiple saves from Buffon. But just pay attention, right? In the older gameplay, V4.0 and V4.2 and 3, the gameplay, it actually kind of played to the goalkeeper's stats. You can see Buffon's stats here, absolutely insane. And the saves that he's making, he's not just blocking the ball from going obviously in the net, which is the main role of the goalkeeper. It's where he's actually putting the ball in. It's not into a dangerous area. In the current gameplay, I feel at the moment that the ball is always in a dangerous area. It's parried into the 6-yard box for an easy tap-in. Rebounds, tap-ins, either off the post or off the goalkeeper are very, very frequent now. Now, I'm going to show you this clip here, right? This is very infuriating that you're in a tight match against a good opponent, and that is how a game is decided before half-time, right on the 47th minute. I mean, Schmeichel, you can say, oh, maybe Buffon is the issue. This is a clip with Schmeichel, who is largely considered the best goalkeeper in the game by a mile. He's the best and biggest goalkeeper in the game. 99 goalkeeper awareness, 99 goalkeeper reach. Obviously, in that situation, you might say, yeah, but look, he doesn't have 95 plus catching. Honestly, boys, I don't really even think it's got to do with stats. I think it's the actual way the goalkeepers are just behaving with the gameplay at the moment. Because if Peter Schmeichel can't save a chance like that, I mean, what's the point in him between the sticks? What's the point even spinning for him, right? Now, you also have to talk about the stunning shot. I think that the mechanics of this has changed as well. Here you see what I'm talking about. Goalkeeper makes a good save, but it's back into a dangerous area for a simple tap-in. Whereas my goalkeeper in the same match, against the same opponent, in the same situation, he actually doesn't make it. Now, that's no manual defending, right? That is basically what's been happening a lot with the current gameplay, where the goalkeeper is getting a hand to it, but he's not actually saving the ball. Again, another example where we concede a penalty. It's very frustrating. Like, it's very annoying when you're kind of like giving control to the goalkeeper and it's obviously not working. Now, a goal between these is obviously the manual goalkeeping saves. Now, I genuinely often considered myself as a fairly decent manual goalkeeper back in the earlier versions of the gameplay, right? And you can see I'm going to throw a load of clips in here. And, I'm not just talking shite. Like, I literally did really enjoy the goalkeeping. Now, yes, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to get goals that you shouldn't get against your AI. And you're going to concede goals that you shouldn't score as well, like, or the opponent shouldn't score. Of course, that's just video games. We're not asking for the goalkeepers to just be like, a brick wall there, right? But I find in the older gameplay, the responsiveness of the AI when you switch to a goalkeeper, even in the crazy carnage of co-op, it was very smooth. And when you switch to the goalkeeper in the older gameplay, and again, let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree, you could make last-ditch saves like this. And the goalkeepers were aware of what they were doing. They'd celebrate a shot that they saved. They'd celebrate like a really good chance. And there's literally dozens of clips. I've picked out some of the best ones here where I'm reacting last second to a chance, shifting my position of the goalkeeper and still making a really good manual save. This is a brilliant example here. I kind of back up and I kind of shimmy back and we still have time to clear the ball after the save. So again, it's just a case of asking yourself the question, is a lot of the stuff happening in the game now not determined by the stats with the current gameplay? That is probably the biggest question, right? And also you have to look at yourself. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just not as good at the game anymore. Maybe I'm just not as good at controlling the goalkeepers anymore. That could be potentially an issue as well. Like, the gameplay has changed and I haven't adapted. But I don't think so, honestly. And I'm not saying that as the kind of like, I'm great, I'm the best goalkeeper in eFootball. But I just feel like with these clips that you're seeing here, like, look at the range of saves that I made. And this is literally not even me looking too hard into my older collection of clips that I had. You're talking about last-ditch saves, where not only, don't focus on just the ball actually being saved and the goal not coming from it. Look at where the ball is actually falling when it's rebounded. It's either behind for a corner or it's into an area that you could save, or you could get to, right? And again, another last-ditch save. You're going to see these. I literally could post 500 clips of my manual saves because I like to collect my manual saves. Last-ditch tackles, last-ditch saves, that's where manual defending comes in. But even with the AI, brilliant save from Buffon there, brilliant save here, last-ditch, and it's just countless time and time again, right? Now, we've one other feature to talk about, right? This is probably summing it up here as to where the current, gameplay is with the goalkeepers, right? We've one feature to talk about that we haven't mentioned yet, which I think potentially could be the answer to the question. And this is why I think this video is important, because I want to know your opinions, right? It seems to be forgotten about now that Konami actually introduced this brand new Showtime skill. And it's literally, came out with a lot of fanfare. The skill is actually available with these 4 cards, but they haven't followed up with an epic goalkeeper. They've brought out really good goalkeepers since Diogo Costa here, when we actually picked Diogo Costa or Pickford or Levakovic or whoever you picked, but they haven't actually reintroduced this direct in defense skill for goalkeepers. So we've brought out Buffon, we've had Oliver Kahn, but we haven't had one with this direct in defense Showtime skill. That leads me to believe that I think they're going to revamp the goalkeepers, and I think this is the calm before the storm. Now, maybe this is just me coping or hoping. It depends, right? We'll see when eFootball Connect comes out. I'll have a video on that as well, and we'll talk about what the future could hold after the disappointment of the 30th anniversary live stream. Hopefully, eFootball rights the ship and tells us what we're going to be getting. But I definitely think that these situations here with the AI in terms of attacking, defending, and AI from defending the goalkeepers, this sort of stuff just wasn't happening. I think that the game at the moment, I think the AI has become very simplified, that when you actually swim with the current that the gameplay is giving you, when you actually, go along with what the game rewards, taking shots that you're not going to score, but you'll pick up a rebound from it, using stunning shots, using Blitz Curl, cutting angles, walking the ball in until you can use a bit of player ID like Rooney there. I definitely think that they will overhaul the actual gameplay, animations, and how the AI works. Because with the inclusion of Smart Assist, I have lost to players that I would just never lose to, but I've also beaten players and competed with players with the way the AI is if you simplify what you're doing on the pitch. And that's, very, very, if you guys want to go back and watch some of my live streams, that's very frequent in the games where if you play the ball into an area that the game really dictates for you that it wants you to go, it does reward you. So let me know, right, at the moment with the goalkeepers, you guys let me know, you drive it, and we will talk to you guys in the comments. I'll reply to all comments on this because it's a very important matter. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree or disagree with the goalkeepers are broken at the moment? Let me know. And don't forget to subscribe. Peace.